Hollywood thinks tension requires £100 million budget, a collapsing bridge or a ticking bomb. But in 2020, a tiny micro-budget film proved that all you actually need to terrify an audience is a husband standing in a bedroom holding a gun while his kids sleep down the hall. Welcome back to the channel. Today we are talking about a movie that is a masterclass in tension, yet almost nobody has seen it. It holds a 93% on Rotten Tomatoes. It was distributed by Neon, the indie powerhouse behind Parasite and Longlegs, and it was shot in just 12 days on a shoestring budget of roughly $32,000. This movie is called The Killing of Two Lovers. Don't let the title fool you. This isn't a trashy true crime documentary or a standard Hollywood slasher. It is a slow burn, emotional thriller about a marriage in freefall. And today, I want to break down exactly how this forgotten masterpiece creates more suspense with a broken down truck and a sound effect than most blockbusters manage within 2 hours of CGI explosions. This film takes place in a tiny, isolated rural town in Utah. We follow David, played by Clayne Crawford, in a performance that is short of a revelation. David and his high school sweetheart Nikki are going through a trial separation. They have 4 kids together. To keep things civil, David has moved back in with his aging father down the road. They've agreed to see other people to figure out if their marriage is worth saving. The problem? Nikki actually starts seeing someone else, a guy named Derek, and David is trapped in a loop of quiet desperation, trying to play the part of the cool, understanding ex, while his mind is actively tearing itself apart. What makes the premise work so beautifully is its brutal honesty. There are no clear villains here. Nikki isn't a bad person. She's a woman who got married young and feels trapped. David isn't a monster. He's a man who feels his entire identity as a father and a provider slipping through his fingers. But because they live in a town so small that you can't walk down the street without running into your past, every interaction feels loaded with landmines. Writer and director Robert Machoian uses 2 massive technical choices to trap you inside David's headspace. First, the aspect ratio. Machoian shoots the entire film in a narrow 4:3 square, in a vast, wide open landscape like Utah. You'd expect sweeping widescreen shots. Instead, the frame boxes the characters in. It makes the world feel claustrophobic, symbolising how trapped David feels by his own circumstances. Second, the long takes. The film relies heavily on static, continuous shots where the camera never cuts away. There is a scene inside David's truck where he's talking to his kids that goes on for minutes without a single edit. Because there are no cuts, you can't escape the awkwardness or the brewing anger. You are forced to sit in the discomfort with them. But the real secret weapon for The Killing of Two Lovers is its sound design. There is almost no traditional musical score. Instead, the soundtrack is made up of industrial, metallic clangs, the aggressive shutting of car doors, the mechanical grinding of an engine, and the sound of a gun chambering around. It's a non-diegetic soundscape, meaning it's happening inside David's head. Every time he feels humiliated or angry, the ambient world around him twists into this metallic, chaotic noise. It sounds like a panic attack, but put to audio. As the movie progresses, the title begins to hang over your head like a threat. The Killing of Two Lovers. You spend the entire 84-minute runtime waiting for the shoe to drop. You know David has a gun. You know he's tracking them. Every time a car pulls up or a door opens, your heart rate spikes because the film has trained you to expect the absolute worst. And when the violence finally does erupt, it doesn't happen in a typical Hollywood thriller would write it. It's messy, it's uncoordinated, and it's deeply tragic. It shows male rage not as something cool or calculated, but as something pathetic, desperate, and profoundly heartbreaking. The Killing of Two Lovers is proof that great cinema doesn't require massive visual effects or A-list star power. It requires a singular vision, an actor willing to bare their soul, and a director who knows how to use a camera to make you feel a character's internal climate. It is short, it is brutal, and it will stay with you long after the credits roll. It's currently streaming online, and I cannot recommend it enough. If you've seen it, let me know your thoughts in the comments below. If you haven't, please go watch it tonight, and come back to tell me if that opening scene gave you just as much anxiety as I did. Don't forget to hit the like, subscribe for more hidden indie gems, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye.